Now greetings to the world.
Welcome back to TFP, the Fans Perspective, episode 3.
Road, baby.
You know what I'm saying? We got to keep this content coming, baby, all the time. Fire.
How you feel about it? It's third week, though. How you feeling?
I'm loving it so far. I'm loving the vibe we getting, all the feedback. You know, it's good, man. We're going in the right direction.
Yeah, everything looking good so far. Big shout out to the fans out there. Everybody showing us love and support. Continue to subscribe. Continue to like. Continue to comment. We're here for you. Let's go.
So today, man, today's topic, we're going to jump right into it, man. It was the
big fight of the year. Everybody, you know, we're waiting to see Connor, Macman versus Money Man, TBE, the best ever.
Definitely the best ever.
Just like I said, I told you guys last week, I mean, it wasn't a fight, but it was an entertaining fight. It wasn't a good boxing fight, but it was very entertaining from the standpoint that I think McGregor showed people he actually had a boxing skill. At least somewhat. It was
somewhat, yeah.
Very awkward. What I noticed from the jump, he was much bigger than Money Mayweather.
Oh, absolutely!
Much bigger, like
just off of this is body size.
Like 15 to 20 pounds heavier. He said he might have been walking in there at 170. Mayweather was still 149 and a half, maybe 100.
But the weight, they said it was 153 though. He made the weight.
He definitely made the weight, but you know they basically dehydrate or hydrate right after the fight, right after weight. So they basically put a lot of pounds on. So he was walking his natural self, which is about 170 pounds. So that's why he looked so much bigger.
He looked way bigger. He was like not towering over him, but he just looked wider, stronger. Yeah. He looked like the bigger man.
He was definitely the bigger man. So he's the bigger man. So it was a good fight from the standpoint. It was entertaining. He came to fight.
Definitely came to fight.
He just didn't have enough skill.
Ran out of stamina.
Not enough endurance. You know, that's what happens when you try to do a crossover fighter. From the MMA going 25 minutes maximum to going to 36 hard minutes in the actual ring. So also it's a much bigger ring, I think, from a standpoint to where how you move in and then you can't grapple in the octagon. I mean, you can't grapple in the ring, like you can't in the octagon, so you can't really close the distance as much and be on top, so you can kind of catch your breath a little bit. So it is what it was. Money Mayweather did what I thought he was going to do. He just walked him down naturally.
All night long, just kept going right at him. He didn't
look as good as I thought he was going to look because I think he was looking for the knockout. See, I think he knew he could knock him out. Yeah. That's what he was aiming for. So he wasn't setting up a lot of punches. I think if he went to the body a little bit more earlier, he would have definitely kind of knocked him down or TKO'd in the 8th or 9th round. But something what I expected, him to kind of go out in his career 50-0.
50, that's a big thing. 50-0.
Whether you feel like that's a real fight or not,
it wasn't.
It should count towards his record. At the end of the day, it is on his record.
Yeah.
The guy actually had hands, so he could have got knocked out if kind of landed something clean and sharp, but he didn't. So 50-0. Congrats to Floyd. Made $1 billion in the sport of boxing. How about that though?
Oh man, he's changed the game. He's definitely changed the game. He's put all the control in the fighter's hands now. The fighter calls the price. He said the fighter pretty much says when he wants to fight pretty much now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He really took all the power out of the promoter's hands and put it in his own hands. So he literally just set the groundwork for how it should be done.
He definitely did, and hopefully to the up and coming boxers they can see that, they can kind of follow his blueprint. Obviously you got to take on.
You got to be good though.
You have to be good. You got to have the best fights out there. You got to fight the best. You got to basically obtain belts, which Floyd did. You probably got to be a multiple division title holder like Floyd was.
Yeah, he had multiple belts.
Big shout out to Floyd. And
big shout out to Floyd.
Good night though. I think it was a good night for both MMA and
boxing.
For boxing as well.
Because I just honestly think that McGregor looked okay.
Yeah,
it didn't look like he didn't belong. Like the hammer punches to the back of the head, which I was like, yo, what are you doing? That was expected though, because he's not comfortable. He's used to grappling you, holding you, taking you to the ground, or trying to hit you with a real quick left, right. I mean, mainly a left for him, because in the octagon, his left does pack a punch.
It does with those 4-ounce gloves, and
that's the difference. 4-ounce glove to 8-ounce glove. The velocity, the punching power goes down. It gets taken down a little bit.
And like he said, big kudos to Floyd, because he said Floyd had a lot of composure during the fight.
Yeah.
He did, and that's the difference. You don't have to wear yourself out. You can kind of pinpoint your shots, and that's what I kept telling you. Floyd doesn't have to.
He picked them apart.
And then he does that to every fighter. He doesn't have to exert energy looking for the knockout. When you have that type of precision, and you can hit your opponent kind of whenever you want to, you don't have to kind of rush your shots and exert energy. So he said his game plan was to let McGregor get all his big shots early off in the first few rounds, let him exert that energy, because he knew he wasn't going to be able to survive the distance going to a 12-round fight.
It went 10, so it wasn't 10. It wasn't that bad.
It went 10. It went 9.5. It wasn't 10.
9.5. They could have stopped it in the 9th, but
no, because the 10 wasn't complete, so it didn't go 10 full.
Okay, I get you saying.
So it went 9.5.
All right.
Yeah. So so it was. I didn't pay for the fight, but I watched the fight.
I watched the
fight. What I'm saying? So big shout out to my boy, the Gift 7, Mr. Booker, for looking on that last night, and it was definitely a good fight, and I think everybody was entertained. And
they definitely entertained.
Kodo and Triple G, that's going to be a good fight coming up.
Definitely a good fight.
That's a real good fight, everybody. So if you're interested in boxing and you want to still see like a good showing, make sure you get that Triple G Canelo fight.
You absolutely got to get that. So I just like you said, shout out to Floyd, man. He did his thing. I'm really not a Floyd guy in the first place. His whole persona and whatever, man. Floyd, you did it, 50-0. Congrats, bro. Really, congrats, man. That's an achievement I probably won't be seen again.
It's 50-0, but it's it's about $1 billion in earnings. Boxing.
Yeah, he called his shots, man. He called his shots. That's what he did. He called his shots.
If a fight goes the distance, that's 12 rounds. That's 36 minutes. Man. If I have I gotta get a boxer. I gotta somebody. Listen, man. I should have been a boxer.
Man. Woo. Yeah, they take a lot of abuse though, but when you good, man, it pays off.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you want to transition to some
football?
Yeah, football. No.
Oh, Kyrie,
the boy.
We gotta talk about the Kyrie trade.
First of all, I want to give you some love. So actually, last show, we posted the show on a Wednesday, but we actually recorded the show on a Monday, and that's before any reports actually came out that Kyrie was going to get traded to Boston. So in our second week show, when we asked where was the best landing spots,
I called it.
Mr. James here said to Boston.
I didn't
think it was going to happen because I didn't think Boston was going to trade Isaiah, because I thought they just the sentimental value, what he meant to that team and that organization, but. Congrats, bro. Good job, man.
I try to tell you guys, sometimes I know what I be talking about, man. But listen, at the end of the day, that trade, to me, it helped both teams. It had definitely helped the Cavs for the future. Because they got the 2018 unprotected pick from the Nets, from Boston, which is the Nets pick. And that's definitely going to be a top 3 pick.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
At least top 5.
Minimum top 5. Minimum top 5. So they got to tip the cap for that. They got Jay Crowder. That gives them
great pick. Great pickup.
Oh,
great
man.
pickup.
I couldn't get his name last show, but that guy's good.
Because he could defend. So now LeBron doesn't have to exert energy
defending the best player on the other team.
Put Crowder on him.
LeBron can now focus more on offense like he's been doing because, what I'm saying, he's getting up there in age. He's got to focus more on one thing than another so that he can.
And Crowder's a pretty good three-point shooter from the perimeter, so I think that's
absolutely.
Definitely.
And then you got Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving, they're the same player, in a sense.
Sort of.
In a sense.
Size-wise.
The size is what separates them.
They both play point guard and they both are scoring point guards, even though Kyrie's a little bit taller, a few inches taller. He can kind of get to the rim a little easier. Better finisher at the rim. And also, what the big thing that's going on right now is Isaiah's hip, his injury.
Yeah.
So right now they're basically saying that the Cavs might want additional assets
because his hip. Yeah, because of his hip. No, I read that. I read that article today. So this is my thing. You knew about this injury before you got him.
That's what Boston is saying. So Boston is saying it was basically very transparent throughout the process, and they told Cleveland his torn labrum on his left hip, and they basically said the Cavaliers chose to continue with the process and complete the trade. Now, I guess when it's about time to do the physicals and complete the physicals, the Cavs is looking at it like, okay, he's probably not as close to training camp as we anticipated.
Oh,
so therefore.
They want something else.
We want something else. We got to make up for this ground here because it might be more, towards the December or January what we're looking at timetable versus the start of the season. So, I don't know where we go from here. I read reports that Danny Ainge is not willing to budge. He's not willing to get additional assets.
Anything else. You knew about this from the start. He got hurt. He went down in the series against you guys. Yeah. We gave you the medical information about the hip.
Absolutely.
So it's now you can't backpedal or backtrack. None of that stuff. Don't ask for anything else. You got what you wanted, and that's where we're gonna go from here.
Yeah, so I agree with that. I think that the Cavs should suck it up.
They need to suck it up.
You know exactly he had an injury before you signed the paperwork, before you put the deal together. It was a good deal by Kobe Altman, the Cavs young GM.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the winners in this particular situation.
Because to get exactly what they got, Crowder, less the unprotected.
The unprotected pick is the crown jewel of the trade.
You know what I'm saying? So, in all, I mean, Boston does get Kyrie, which they're going to need, and he's a hell of a player.
Yeah, that makes them very scary.
To go with Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum,
Jaylen Brown, Al Horford.
Yeah, it's gonna be looking good over there.
They're gonna be scary this year.
I can't wait for the NBA season to start, but
I can't.
Hopefully this trade goes through, and we can see Kyrie in the Boston uniform. We can see Isaiah healthy in the Cleveland uniform, and we can see
at some point,
how Cleveland is gonna match up during the season, how this all plays out, and look forward to having a great, fantastic 2018 season.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's like you said, you said it all, man. I just can't wait to see Kyrie in the Celtics uniform. I'm not even a Celtics fan. We all know I'm a Laker fan, but I like Kyrie. I like his game. I like his style. That Mamba mentality. I want to take the game over.
Absolutely.
I love that about him. Like, I really do. So, to me, he's definitely one of the winners in this trade. He wanted to be a man of his own team. He wants to be the go-to guy. He wants the team to be built around him. And now it's his chance. Like before, when he first started, like we spoke about before, he wasn't given anything to work with.
Well, yeah, he was very young in his career. He was just, fresh out of Duke, where he only played about 19 games at Duke, so he didn't even have a full college season. Was a very young player.
Less than 19.
A lot of pressure. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of pieces around him. Probably didn't have a lot of good coaching around him at that time either. He had very little to work with. So you can't really blame it on him that the Cavs didn't, reach the playoffs or didn't have a good showing, but they were kind of on the up.
They were on the up.
They just made the previous season
draft decisions
before LeBron signed. I think there was plus about 10 to 12 games, and Kyrie just signed that big contract.
Yeah, he definitely signed a big contract before he knew that LeBron was coming.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like LeBron basically said, okay, he didn't know. Kyrie said, okay, they're gonna start building a franchise around me. I'm about to start getting what it is, being the leader of this team, and then LeBron just says, okay, I'm gonna come back home, and then Kyrie has to get with the program, and then, look, they were successful while they were together.
Yeah.
Great 1-2 punch. Can't take nothing away from him. Kyrie, to me, was the ultimate closer. He hit all the big shots when necessary. I think LeBron knew he was going to be the ultimate closer because he deferred to him in certain moments. Ty Lue deferred to Kyrie in certain moments by calling plays for him to get certain matchups versus Steph Curry or versus Klay Thompson in crunch time. So, it's just like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. I'm looking forward to the NBA season. I'm just waiting for one more domino to fall.
And all these new faces and new places.
It's one more domino. It's Melo. That's the only one left.
That's the only one. And he wants to go to Houston so bad that I hope New York gives him what he wants, man. Like, he's been balling there for so long, doing his thing. Yeah, he's battled through injuries, battled through terrible rosters, terrible coaches, terrible GMs. He's battled through it all. So you know what? He's a seasoned veteran. Give him what he wants. Somehow find a trade that's going to get him to Houston.
You're right. I mean, he did have an opportunity to not re-sign with the Knicks. He could have went to Chicago. When Chicago had Jimmy Butler at
$20 million is a lot of stuff to say.
I understand, but
that's a lot to say no to.
But the pundits can say, okay, well, listen, what was more important to you? What was a priority? Was it winning or the money? So you see what the money got him. He's still in a losing situation with the New York Knickerbockers. So maybe if he went to Chicago, you never know what would have transpired, how that roster would have looked, what they possibly could have done in the playoffs. But listen, I'm with you. I hope the Houston Rockets get him. I think that'll be very competitive.
It'll make the West even more competitive than what it is.
Harden and CP3 on the same team.
Oh man, with Eric Gordon.
Listen,
man,
it'll be a lot to deal with. I think there'll be a lot to deal with.
Yep, it definitely will be.
I think D'Antoni is going to call all the right strings, especially offensively. That guy's a genius.
Yes, not defensively, just offensively.
But right now in the NBA, sometimes your best defense is your offense. So if you can score 125 points a game or 115, 110, or outscore your opponent that night, that might that might win you enough games to get a pretty good seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah, it definitely will. I can't even disagree with that.
So you want to transition into some bad news and some news kind of near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, I suppose we can definitely.
It's going to have, I think, a pretty significant impact on this upcoming season, and not in the division, of course, but in the AFC, I think.
In general.
Yeah. So as everybody probably knows right now, Julian Edelman is out for the season.
Torn ACL in the preseason, man.
Man, listen. That's why when my boy Odell got hurt, when McAdoo was asked that question, you know, what are you guys going to do with him? Are you going to put him up? And he says, if he's healthy, he plays. And I know that's the right football answer that you want to give. But listen, these guys are too valuable to the franchises.
To be playing in these games that don't matter.
Too valuable. Put him up. I want him on the shelf. I don't want him to see the field until Dallas. I know you feel the same way right now about Julian. I know you could be like, listen, Bill, we already know what he can do. We know he's a Pro Bowl wide receiver.
Yeah.
We know he's going to be able to get to his spots. He knows the offense already. Why risk it?
His hand.
Why risk it?
Why is he on the field against Detroit? Like I said, a game that doesn't matter. Like, you need to be playing more of these third string and fourth string players so you can see what you really have.
Evaluations.
Like, you can't explain or give me any type of explanation, any type of excuse or anything why he was on the field, why Gronk's on the field, why Brady's. Like, these guys don't need to play. They've been in the same situation, the same system for over 3 to 4 years now. They know everything that Josh McDaniel wants to call. Yeah. They know what Brady wants them to do, but you still got them out there playing in these meaningless games.
I mean, I know it's part for the course. I know they said football players, you got to get in football condition. You got to get timing down. And I understand it's important to get timing down before the start of the season, but it's just too much of a risk when you out there before the season actually starts and you get these type of injuries, and it's going to have, you know, if it was anybody else, I would say it'd be a great impact to a team. Imagine Odell Beckham going down. Imagine Julio Jones going down. Imagine Antonio Brown going down, or Hopkins going down in Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or Mike Evans, like something like that. Those teams probably won't recover from. But with us, it's the next man up.
It's the next man up, and you already got. Listen,
you got Brandon Cooks.
You got Cook,
Chris Hogan, Gronk. Fingers crossed. Amendola, Mitchell, and you got the 3-4 headed monsters in the backfield,
and you got your young boy
Austin Carr. I think Austin Carr,
the new Cole Beasley.
Probably new Cole Beasley. I can probably give him that. You know, he just needs to get more reps. More reps come better timing and better rapport with Tom Brady. That's what they definitely need. But I think he's definitely a guy that can possibly step up and help him with that particular loss. Like what Edelman brings to the team is kind of, you know, it's not replaceable.
98 catches, 1,106 yards, and 3 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, and the touchdowns went down. Like, I get it from years past, but that's because Chris Hogan became a big deep threat.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Gronk was healthy for a little portion of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, people are, like, they're chipping in other aspects, but when you're a third down killer, because that's what this guy is. He's a third down killer. Like, you can't guard him with your best corner, with your best linebacker. He's unguardable on third down, it seems like. Led the league in catches on third down, led the league in yards on third down. So it's like him playing in this game was ridiculous to me in the first place. Yeah. But I think, like I said, his.
So what do you guys do to overcome this injury? Like what do you do in terms of formation wise? What do you do in terms of personnel wise to overcome this injury, lessen the blow, and still have your offense clicking and still putting up the points and basically being the Patriots that we all should expect the Patriots to be?
Okay, well, it's going to have to be more, like we spoke earlier, more 2 tight end sets. More Cooks in the slot, more Hogan in the slot. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it all comes down to health. Health is the key.
Definitely.
Like offensive line health to me is the most important of them all, because they need to protect for Brady.
Absolutely.
That's where it starts, at the offensive line.
Definitely.
Because they've shown they can win without big pieces. They won a Super Bowl without Gronk. They won when Edelman went down a year and a half ago. He missed 10 games. They still went 12-4.
True.
12-4, second seed in the AFC. We lost to Denver. You know, in Denver though. You know, that defense was by far out of this world. Oh my God, Von Miller, Akeem Talib, Chris Harris, Marcus Ware, Trevathan. Those guys were ridiculously good. Yeah. But okay, so we've showed in the past that we can win without him. Yeah. But it's just what he brings to the team, his energy, his vibe, the way he picks his players up, and all of those things. Like throughout the whole Super Bowl, when you watch the Super Bowl stories and all that, all you can hear them saying is, "Oh, we're gonna come back." Edelman, "Oh, we're gonna come back. We're coming back. Don't worry. Let's go get this one for your mom." Time. Like, he's a great team player, so that's where he's gonna be missed. But he'll still be around the building, they say. Yeah. So he'll be able to try to help these rookies, let them know, like, "Hey, this is what I see out there. Let me know what you see, so we can work together and come up with a plan to get you guys ready."
I think, like you said, you guys are very deep. You guys can go a lot of different formations, and see what the Patriots are. You guys are what you are. Like, you are the best chameleons out there as in terms of a football
week
team.
Week
to week, you can do whatever you guys have to do to get a win. And if that's run the ball 25 to 40 times a game,
that's what they're doing.
Pass 10 to 15, or basically air it out with Tom Brady, 30 to 40 attempts out there. Just managing the clock with quick dump offs and continuing to get first downs and moving the chains. Like, I just think you guys are not gonna have a problem, to be honest with you. Like, if this happened to my team and Odell went down, I'd be worried. Like, I could be signing up for them 7-9, 5-11 season if something like that happened. But with you guys, I still think 13-3, 12-4, 14-2. Like, it's not gonna
12-4. That's how I'm really feeling. 12-4.
It's not really gonna be a big blow to you guys because you're still gonna find ways to move the ball. Plus, like you said, I think Austin Carr. I think Gronk is gonna be good.
And Mitchell. These guys just need to step up. Like they
Brandon Cooks. I think the reason why you got Brandon Cooks is because
you didn't get him to just.
Well, he's not gonna just go
be a shiny pony on the field. Like you got him to make plays. So I think they're going to still stretch the field. Him and Chris Hogan, Amendola in the slot, Gronk, and then now you probably gonna move Gronk around all over.
Dwayne Allen too. You got to pick up Dwayne Allen.
So they still got some pieces. Yeah. But like I said, the preseason is just a big headache now because I heard today Cameron Meredith went down.
The number one.
Like your fantasy sleeper.
Again, my guy, the number one wide receiver for the Chicago Bears went down.
Towards ACL. Like these are players that probably should
Spencer Ware went down as well.
Towards PCL. Anthony Hitchens from the
from the Dallas Cowboys. Linebacker went down.
Gonna be down for 8 weeks. It was like a couple injuries with the coach and stuff. Vontae Davis and them boys got nicked up. These games are pointless. They're not needed.
So it's just So I don't know exactly what the NFL is going to do, but they're going to continue to have a problem on their hands, especially in one of these preseasons where a top quarterback for a team that was primed to basically have a Super Bowl run. Say if Aaron Rodgers got hurt in the preseason. Woo! Say if, knock on wood, my boy Eli got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I think they would take.
Drew Brees got hurt.
They would do something about it. They would probably shorten it from 4 games to 2 games.
See, that's what you have to do at some point in time. You got to reduce these preseason games from 4 to 2. Because I think all you really need is these players are getting hurt because they're not in football shape. And if you spend more time with football conditioning and reduce the games, allow them to have more practice time, 2 games to get a true evaluation. Maybe just have them play, the first 2 quarters of the first game, the first 2 quarters of the second game, or even maybe 3 preseason games.
Okay.
If you don't want to do 4.
And I guess the last preseason game would be like, you evaluate your talent. Letting the other guys play. Yeah. But it just needs to be cut down regardless. I don't care.
It's too risky.
It's too risky. It's bad for business. Now you got fans that want to come see Edelman, Spencer Ware, and all these other players play, and now they're just going to be like, wow, they played in a preseason game, got hurt. Does the preseason game mean anything? No. Nothing whatsoever.
I mean, it means absolutely nothing. It's just, it's sad to see some people see
big names go down.
Are gonna basically be over before the season even gets started. So, hopefully, knock on wood, it's not my big blue guys.
Good luck with that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right though. That's all right though. We'll be fine though. We're still in the running for the Super Bowl this year, man. So we'll see, man. Hopefully, defense steps up and they do their thing and they can, help, be the same type of defense they were last year. That'll be big. But we're gonna stay on this football topic because we gotta break down another set of divisions for you guys.
Got the NFC South and the AFC South today.
Yes. Matty Ice. Ice or Matty Ass?
Matty Ice. I mean, listen, so I forgot. See, you.
Whichever one. Or Matty Choke.
You can brag right now.
28-3?
You can brag right now. You got the one up. I can't be mad.
You can't be mad. Come on.
I was a Falcons fan, man. I hate my life. I hate my damn life.
So what do you want to start with the AFC or the NFC? Let me know.
We can go NFC South since we're going to talk about Matty Ice.
All right, man. So listen. They're loaded. We all know that. They're loaded from top to bottom.
Definitely loaded.
Left to right, they're loaded. Matt Ryan's still there. Like Julio, Taylor Gabriel, Dante Freeman, Coleman, like Alex Mack be healthy, Sanu, like Deion Jordan. The defense is what I'm curious to see though.
That's going to be the big deciding factor of what they really do this season.
Absolutely.
If they're going, if no Super Bowl hangover, because you know how Super Bowl the teams have that Super Bowl hangover.
It can derail you so quickly.
If they don't make the playoffs the following year, I don't see that upcoming for the Atlanta Falcons. I think they're too talented, too many weapons, too many young weapons. I think they're still getting started. They got a great young coach. I like exactly what that program is doing over there, Dan Quinn.
This is my thing. Losing Kyle Shanahan is big.
It is big. It is big.
So because He was there for 2 years, right?
Yep.
That was the first time in a very long time that Matt Ryan had an offensive coordinator there for more than a year.
You're absolutely right.
And you see what happened? Year 1 was good, and then year 2 was amazing.
But I think he can overcome that because Matt Ryan is not a young quarterback. You know,
no, he's not a young.
Veteran, and I think they're probably going to run a similar system. I don't think they're going to change things.
They better not, because if Steve Sarkisian comes in there and changes anything and tries to put his USC college touch on things, and I think it could derail him a bit.
But if you look at Steve Sarkisian and you look at the offense he ran at UNC, it's kind of similar to what they was running in Atlanta. It's kind of like a pro style West Coast offense, similar to what they kind of run over there.
It's just all the concepts going to be the same. That's the thing. The language is going to be completely different.
But these guys are pros, man. I'm sure they'll be able to. They'll be able to overcome that, and I don't think that's going to be a deciding factor. I think it'll be an adjustment period.
That's a big thing to see. Like in the preseason, they've been coming out firing one for a few drives.
But listen,
when you have to sustain that for throughout the course of a game, that's something different.
You're right, but like I said, when you have a veteran like Matt Ryan, I can see him in the huddle doing something like this. If they don't keep understanding the new terminology, he might just go for
you run the slant.
Yo, Julio, jet 25, right bogey 2, out left. You know what I'm saying? He know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or they just do some little blinks and they know exactly where they're supposed to go. So if it was a young quarterback, the adjustment would be much more, and I would understand how that loss would impact them more.
Okay.
But listen, like you said.
So you're just banking on Matt Ryan's.
No, it's
the fact he's a veteran.
He's a veteran, and again, I don't think Dan Quinn is gonna allow Steve Sarkisian to change too much. Of the offense. Even if the terminology is different, I think it won't be
because they're
on fire.
They were on fire. They were probably they were the best offense last year. They were the best offense last year. Hands down.
You got Deontay Freeman. You got Tevin Coleman. You got Sanu.
They have so many weapons. Yeah, they definitely do.
They got a lot of weapons over there. And Matt Ryan's a good quarterback. What did he have last year? 38 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions, 4,944 yards passing. He had a QBR of 117.1 last year. Yeah, 117.1 that Matt Ryan. So. Again, this is a quarterback league, and they have a quarterback, and they have pieces on defense. They're young. I think they're going to be upset, obviously, from the Super Bowl loss. I think Dan Quinn is the type of coach that's going to say, "Hey, listen, they effed up just as much as the players because they didn't have a great play calling. They had horrible play calling down the stretch. They didn't run the ball. They didn't play for the clock." I don't know exactly what was going on over there, and I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you freeze up.
He got caught in the moment. They said what he said is that they were pretty much saying we were going to do what we did all year. Now throw the ball. But in this particular situation, you don't need to throw the ball.
You have to adjust. You have to see exactly what's going on.
They get paid so much money just to make adjustments, and he made no adjustments.
He made no adjustments, and the only adjustment you had to do is say, okay, we're going to take the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands. We're going to put it more in Deontay Freeman's hands,
which wouldn't have been bad at all.
Coleman's hands and the offensive line.
I got them at 11-5.
I got them going 12-4. I have them going 12-4, finishing first in the division.
Yeah, they're going to finish first in the division.
And then up next, I have Tampa Bay, Buccaneers. I like this team. I like the direction the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis. I like Jameis Winston.
Crab legs, Jameis.
Nah, not no more, man. Jameis is actually balling.
Oh, yes, he is.
I like who they have. I like the personnel. I like Mike Evans. I like Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson addition was so key to me.
I like Deshaun Jackson. I like O.J. Howard.
Yeah.
The running game.
What, Doug Martin? He's suspended for a few games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I think they have Sims in the back.
Yeah.
They have Sims as a backup, so it's pretty good. And they got a strong defense, Gerald McCoy, Levante David. So linebacker, inside, outside, and they got one of the Vernon Hargreaves, young quarterback from Florida, out there playing ball.
Yes.
So they got
this should be a big year for him this year.
Definitely.
He's gonna make that jump.
Team. I think Jameis Winston is getting better. Obviously, this is a quarterback league.
He's got to work on his accuracy a bit, but he's definitely getting better. Sometimes throws a little too high. Sometimes he misses, but that's okay though. But the thing about he stands in the pocket. Like he wants to throw the ball downfield. Like he wants to make the right football decision all the time.
Yo, you know what I'm
saying? And he's a great leader to me.
That's what you just hit the nail on the head.
He's a great leader.
To say, I'm impressed by his leadership skills. Like, I know in Florida State, everybody gave him a hard time, rightly so, because he basically a lot of stuff was self-inflicted. Yeah, he did those things by himself. So I understand, but coming to the NFL, making a jump in the NFL locker room with a lot of grown men. like from the jump, yo, he is actually a leader of men. The organization, they trust him, and he's actually taking the organization in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely
he's playing
the right direction.
well. So yeah, he's training hard. I can see Tampa Bay easily being 10-6 this season. That's why I have them as second in the division. Second to the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
Like I said, I like the direction that the team is going in.
Yeah.
I like the pieces that they acquire. I think Deshaun Jackson's going to stretch the field. O.J. Howard, the rookie pickup from Alabama, he slipped a little bit.
It should definitely be helpful to them. I got them at 10-6 as well.
10-6?
10-6. We could definitely agree on that.
Okay.
They're like they're definitely headed in the right direction. Jameis Winston is it. He has the it factor at the position. So that's what to me that's what takes him to another level. So 10-6 is a really good season for them, I believe.
Yeah,
defense is up and coming. They're on the rise. You know what I'm saying? So that they look like they can probably make the playoffs, probably a wild card, and literally probably make a little bit of noise in there.
I think if they sneak in the playoffs to make a wild card or make a run at the division, I think they would definitely make a run in there because they have the offensive power to score.
Yeah, they definitely do. Mike Evans
and Deshaun Jackson, but O.J. Howard, I think O.J. Howard is going to be a really good contributor this year, especially for a rookie tight end. I got him and Ingram as being the best 2 rookie tight ends.
Yeah, absolutely, by far.
And,
they're going to see the most action.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to Tampa Bay having a real good year. Again, I got them finishing at 10-6. Followed by that, I got Carolina also finishing 10-6. This is the resurgence of Cam Newton. I think Cam is going to have another breakout year this year. Not the MVP caliber year he had a couple of years ago, but a smidget under that.
All right.
But I like Kelvin Benjamin kind of having an also comeback player of the year type season. Like this kid is going to catch a lot of touchdown passes, another big body in the red zone, on slants, on fades. It's impossible to stop him. And then Christian McCaffrey. Like, are you seeing what this guy is doing in the preseason, though?
He's definitely going to be one of their X factors. Definitely.
Like, this kid can do pretty much everything. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can do draw plays. He can catch out the backfield. If you want to put him on special teams, you could. I really wouldn't because I think he's too valuable to the offense right now. But if you really want to flip, if you need to flip field position and just, have something else for the special teams coach and the coaches to think about, you can put that guy as a punt returner, as a kickoff returner. I just like, you got Devin Funches as well. Heard he was having a good a good camp, but in the preseason, I think he's been struggling a little bit. Obviously you got Greg Olsen there, A1 tight end, always down in the middle of the field. Defense is, front seven. The front seven is fierce, man.
But this is my thing, though. You got him at 10-6, you said?
Got him at 10-6.
I got him at 7-9, man. Cam Newton's arm has been rebuilt. It's been surgically worked on. Like, I think it's gonna take him a little while to get back to his old self, literally, when it comes physically throwing the ball, not running the ball, because he's a freaking ox. Dude, just Superman.
Okay, yeah.
Literally Superman at the position. Like, he literally changes the position. Like, listen, but they do need to be more. Referees need to be more aware of these head-to-head.
Yeah, they gotta give him some more love. They gotta give him some love. Treat him like a quarterback, man.
Throw the flag.
Treat him like a quarterback.
Absolutely, they have to. So yeah, 7-9 for me, man. Like, they have a tough schedule. The offense is for being fully rebuilt. Like, yeah, you have Funches, you have McCaffrey, you have Olsen, but that's pretty much where it ends at.
Man, listen,
they're not deep. Their defense was abysmal, horrible last year.
Yeah, so these are the names that's going to basically dictate what Carolina does this season. And I don't have a lot of hopes for them, but ladies and gentlemen, you need to know these names, okay? It's James Bradbury, Darryl Worley, Mike Adams, and Kurt Coleman.
Okay.
Those are the names of the secondary for the Carolina Panthers. Cornerbacks, strong safety, and free safety. I don't know any of those guys. I heard of Mike Adams and Corley a little bit, but again, they were horrible last year. I believe they were 30th or 31st in pass defense last year. I don't see it getting a lot better, but I do see in the offense able to basically carry a lot of the load, and I think the front seven is good enough to where they're going to be able to win some games. When I did the schedule, I think they can win 10 games as well, but I think they're going to still be in third place behind Tampa Bay. They're not going to make the playoffs this year, but I think another bounce back year for Cam. He shows that he is the the MVP type quarterback he was a couple of years ago. And Christian McCaffrey shows the league that, listen, no matter what color your skin is, if you got skills and that type of speed, whether you're white or black, he's going to be a fantastic running back.
Yeah, I think so too.
Fantastic player in this league. I think he might be offensive rookie. I can see it.
Offensive rookie of the year?
Yeah, it could be, man, because he's going to get I think he's going to get anywhere between 17 to 20 touches a game.
Yeah, that's definitely good for a rookie. I absolutely put you in that discussion. But nah, I don't see them at 10-6. That defensive back. I mean, like, you have to be able to cover someone.
Yeah.
And if you can't cover anyone, they're gonna throw the ball all day on you. I don't care how stout your front seven is. If you can't cover,
true.
What can you do?
You're right. You can't really do too much. But I think
to me that became an issue for the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Like they were depending on rookie corners and rookie defensive players. They got winded late in the game. They just got tired. They're just not experienced enough for it.
Well, they got tired because the offensive coordinator and the head coach put them in positions to get tired by not, shortening the game a little bit and handing off the ball. So
that's fine.
It was a combination of errors. But you're right in terms of skill sets. They didn't have the experience.
They didn't, and that can wear on. That can wear on the defense.
It can wear on you mentally as well.
Are you telling me that Carolina will be able to get to the quarterback in 4 seconds? If not, it's going to be a field day.
I mean, listen, I got the two best.
7 and 9.
I think we got the two best linebacker tandem in Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis on the team, right? They
can't cover wide receivers.
No, they can't. They definitely can't.
And,
I think
and they can only generate but so much pressure.
You're absolutely right. But if you're forcing offenses and you're dictating to the offense where you know they have to throw the ball, it does make it easier for you to cover. You know what I'm saying?
No, it makes it easier that you know that a pass is coming.
Exactly.
But that doesn't make it. That doesn't make it. Make the corner better at all.
No, it doesn't. But it helps you schematically where you can kind of do some things to kind of take away from what the offense wants to do, or try to put additional pressure on the quarterback when you know they have to throw. You see what I'm saying? So if the Carolina Panthers can kind of force teams into a lot of third downs and not have them run the ball. Listen, if you're going to be two-dimensional and they're going to allow you to be two-dimensional, you're right. They're going to have a 7-9 record.
7-9.
I just don't foresee that. I think they're going to be able to stop the run,
high school team,
kind of dictate a little bit more like they were able to do when they had that 15-1 season. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of things that have changed.
Do you know they had a shut down corner on that team?
Like I said,
so like he would try to take away your best wide receiver.
I mean, they played zone a lot and they did have him on one side. I understand,
but that was their best corner. Like he's like that. He impacts the game differently.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even if they can have a corner that just takes away a quarter of a field, that's big. That's big.
It is big, and I think
instead of having corners that you have no idea what he's going to do here, what he's going to do, and what he's going to do there.
But listen, these guys can't get worse than they were last year, now.
I know they can't.
They got to get a little bit better.
I just don't see
them getting better. They got to get a little bit better.
I don't see them getting better.
I think they'll have a 10-6 season. Like I said, they're going to fall short of the playoffs. They're going to miss the playoffs because they're going to be a game in the division behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
But he's like I said, a bounce back year, not a 6-10 year. Or a bounce back.
I just got to see Cam stand in the pocket, throw the ball with that surgically repaired arm.
I got faith in Cam, man.
I got faith in him too. I just don't know if he's going to be back because he just started throwing at Cam. So that's kind of big.
Benjamin being back is big. It's big because that's a big body wide receiver. That's a target to where all you got to do is literally
just throw it up,
throw it in his direction, throw it in his vicinity. He'll catch the ball.
He'll make a play on the ball. I'll definitely give him that.
Definitely do that. So, and last I have the New Orleans Saints, 7-9 record. Listen, it's really pretty much Drew Breesy over there. I like Adrian Peterson in addition. I actually think Adrian Peterson is going to have a really surprisingly good year. I don't know how many touches he's going to have because Mark Ingram is over there as well.
Yes.
So I don't see him getting 300 plus, 200 plus carries this year. I think more in the 185 range in terms of carries. Maybe a little bit more receptions that he's used to.
Okay.
From Minnesota. They got a lot of Willie Snead, a lot of young wide receivers over there. Michael Thomas over there.
Yes,
you got Drew Breesy is one of the most accurate quarterbacks that the league has ever seen. A very smart quarterback, cerebral quarterback. I just don't think they have enough defense. Like the same story for the Saints.
When do they ever have defense? Even when they won the Super Bowl, they had an average defense.
I mean, they just played big.
They just played big, and they had Drew Brees. Big arm Breeze.
Yeah.
I got him at 8-8.
Okay, I can see that.
I have faith in Drew. I can't see him have a losing season right now. I just can't. And then like Michael Thomas, Willie Snead, like you said, Mark Ingram, Adrian Peterson. Those are all great pieces for Drew Brees.
No,
this is the thing. Drew Brees the Saints haven't been the same ever since they got rid of Jimmy Graham.
Yep.
That was a big loss. I don't care what they say, that was a big loss. Yeah, they got an offensive lineman in return.
Yeah.
But what Jimmy Graham brings to the game is second to Gronk.
And then that system, it looked
great.
Perfect.
It was perfect for Drew.
Man.
So that team has never got on track, I think. Again, since they traded, Jimmy Graham, but I just see him at 8-8. They're making strides on defenses. They drafted defense all throughout the draft and stuff like that. So I expect them to be 8-8, and this is strictly because they have Drew Brees. That's why I'm giving.
That's how much respect we have for Drew Brees.
Yeah, it's
definitely Drew Brees. Again, I don't see him. I see him being 7-9. That's not too much different than you. 7-9, 88.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same season. Again, I think they have to make a lot of changes in terms of on the defensive end if they ever want to start being competitive in that division and start competing for titles again.
Because there's so much offense in that division. There's just so much offense. You need to have some type of defense.
You have to listen. At the end of the day, it's still the old saying: offense wins games, defense wins championships, or Super Bowls, or whatever.
Super Bowl championship, whatever, basketball,
whatever.
Yeah, defense wins.
You need to be able to stop the other person from scoring.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, so. That's basically we wrapped up. I mean, we pretty much see the division pretty much
the same.
You know what I'm saying? We got, Atlanta taking home the division, Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans in that order.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at that. We seem eye to eye on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we're on to the NFC
South. And I think this is just basically a 2-team division. I think it's really a 1-team division when I kind of break it down. But 2-team division because the best 2 teams in this division is the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. I think the Tennessee Titans is the better of the 2 teams because Houston is still searching for a quarterback. Tom Savage, I don't think Tom Savage is going to be the answer. Deshaun Watson is a rookie, even though I think he's going to be the answer down the line. And I think if you put him in right now, he will be productive for a rookie. Not Dak Prescott productive because Dak was surrounded by
so
much more.
So much talent.
Much more assets. Offensive line is a big thing.
Wide receiver, coach, owner, just was totally different with Dak.
And that's the reason why I think that, I got Houston being second in this division. I got actually Tennessee Titans taking this division with 10-6 record this year. I like Marcus Mariota. I like DeMarcus Murray who can run the ball. I mean,
and they have, if I'm not mistaken, the kid from
Corey Davis.
Yeah, they got him in the draft.
They got Rashard Matthews.
Yeah, Rashard Matthews. The wide receiver
Eric
Decker.
Delanie Walker.
Yeah, they got names, man. They just signed Logan Ryan in the offseason.
Logan Ryan, that's your boy.
Yes, he is. He will be missed. Trust me, he will be missed.
Derek Morgan, Avery Williamson. Wesley Wormley is another linebacker over there. So they got,
they got pieces.
They got some pieces.
I just want to see what they look like on defense. I know what they'll be on offense.
Yeah,
but just defensively.
And I could see them basically making the playoffs, losing in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, okay. I can see them making the playoffs. They're going to win the division.
I think they're still not there yet. Defensively, like you said.
Yeah, they're not there.
And again, offensively, they have pieces. They're not explosive, but again, Mariota is excellent.
He's an excellent quarterback,
man. Like, I didn't know what he was going to be coming out of Oregon.
No, because that Chip Kelly offense, it kind of gives you that illusion that they're probably a little better than what they really are at times.
Yeah.
And you play with so much space and throwing to the side.
And so much talent as well. And then when you're playing versus college and you playing versus other teams that doesn't have the type of talent that you have.
College. The talent levels are like when you go to top schools like this and other schools are down here. It's just
he made a transition. He looks
good. I like it. I like what I've seen so far.
He can throw the ball. He can definitely run. He's athletic.
He makes the right decisions.
And he's smart kid, man. Really
he doesn't force much. He really doesn't force much. And I like the way he kind of relies on his legs a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last year 26 touchdowns to 9 picks. That's pretty good.
That's really good, actually.
Pretty good, man.
He's trying. Him and Jameis Winston. I like where their careers are heading. I like where their careers are heading, honestly.
And DeMarco Murray is sneaky good. He has 1,287 yards rushing last year.
Yeah.
Also 53 receptions out the backfield.
Oh, that means that they're using him in very different ways. And if I'm not mistaken, they also got Derrick Henry. The younger running back from Alabama, the big bruiser type of kid.
Yeah, man.
That takes a little bit of stress off
DeMarco.
It
Absolutely.
keeps it a little fresher.
Good 1-2 punch, because that's what you're in the league right now.
Their offensive line is stout.
Yes, they got the young boy from Michigan State, Conklin.
Yes,
they drafted him. That was a good draft pick, a good pickup.
And that's what I'm saying. They're offensively, they're set
in the right direction. Building blocks. They got foundation
at every key position. It seems like.
And you're right. It's just defensively. What are they going to be able to do? Are they going to be able to stop plays?
Because I know they cut longtime cornerback Jason McCourty.
Yep.
They let him go. He signed with Cleveland. I'm happy. Shout out to you for being able to get a job. So I know it's rough nowadays to get a job out there in the NFL, especially.
Yep.
Especially for an older cornerback. Especially for an older player.
It's definitely tough.
But yeah, I just want to see where that defensive, where the defense goes, because that's going to make or break them this year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be enough for them to get 10 wins out the season. Last year they was 9-7, so I got them winning one more game.
At 10?
Yeah, 10-6.
I had them at 11-5 actually.
Oh, okay, so you got them.
I understand what you're saying. I'm on the same page. They're making some strides. I think Mario's going to bounce back pretty good from this injury that he had like at the end of the year. He's going to bounce back. He's been looking like he's been running around moving a whole bunch of pots in the preseason games.
I think he's accurate. Like you said, he's very smart. He's athletic, and they putting pieces around him. The kid,
that's the key thing. That's the key
wide receiver they got in the draft pick, short-handed, a good route runner. Eric Decker.
People question the kid from Corey Davis because of the talent he played against.
Yeah, but I understand. Listen, what school did Jerry Rice go to?
He went to Mississippi Valley State.
Exactly.
That's, like I guess I know. I get what you're saying, but sometimes they,
what school did Terrell Owens go to?
I'm not even sure.
Exactly. It doesn't even matter. When you can ball, you can ball in certain positions.
So hopefully he fell into the right situation.
Just translate. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he came into the right situation though.
Yeah.
He had a little bit of issues coming in, like not off the field issues, just on the field issues. Like sometimes with drops.
He got some drops.
Hopefully he can get his hands on the ball. He's been hurt in the he's been hurt throughout camp with a hamstring injury, so it's been hampering his development.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing. Missing time, because you got to develop that time as a young wide receiver.
Exactly.
Like, you need time
first
with the
year.
quarterback.
You never played with Marcus before, so you need to develop timing.
Absolutely, because when defenses are in zones, you got to know where to break off the routes, where to sit down, where to find the holes in the defense, things of that nature. Like if you're running a quick route and a hot route, you got to know exactly where to break it off in 3 or 5.
All of that, like comes with just more repetition over and over in practice. So he needs to get healthy and get back on the field so that he can build that trust with Marcus.
Absolutely.
11-5 though. That's why I'm
10-6. Okay. Got to win. So we're good. Taking the division up.
Yeah, they do. They're taking the division.
Absolutely.
And the only reason why they're taking the division is because Andrew Luck is hurt.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That even if Andrew Luck was healthy, they still wouldn't be taking the division.
I think they would
enough on defense.
Because you know why?
I think the only reason why
he would be the best quarterback in that division if he was healthy.
Absolutely, but their defense is atrocious.
Yeah, it is.
And they have Frank Gore,
but every single year,
running back.
Every single year he's made it to the playoffs, except for last year. Like Andrew Luck is the man in that division,
which means.
They need him more than
only
anything.
Carry you so much.
Yeah, but just like we said about the
they don't put pieces around them. How have they gotten better since he's been a rookie?
They've gotten the offensive line has been
horrible.
Has been horrible, but it's been addressed. It's been addressed in this offseason.
Addressed in horrible
The defense,
fashion.
They went out and they got pass rushers addressed. They went and got Jabal Shears. They drafted defensive back. So listen, they're moving in the right direction, but
that team still looks the same to me over the last 4 years. But still, Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, a suspect running game, suspect defense.
Frank Gore had 1,000 yards last year.
Okay. I understand.
1,000 yards
last year. Statistically, but where's the home run hitter? Where's the game changer?
Donquay Moncrief home run hitter. And then they just got rid of Dwayne Allen, because they got a draft pick for him. So like I said, they're moving in the right direction. And this season all comes down to Andrew Luck and his shoulders.
I mean, listen, they are trying to address the defense. They did pick up my boy Hankins from the Giants, defensive tackle.
I'm sorry, and they got Jabal Shears on the edge.
And I like Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis, a very, very good corner in this league.
But still not enough.
What do you got him at this year?
I got him 5-11.
Oh my God!
I got him 5-11 this year.
Wow, 5-11.
Yeah, because Andrew Luck is not gonna listen. He's not starting the season.
He's not missing 10 games.
So
he's missing like 3 games.
You're starting the year with Scott Tolzien.
But okay, so if he plays 3 games at the most, right? Say he plays 4 games at the most, he wins one of those games. You still see Andrew Luck come back and then go only winning 4 more games?
Listen, bro, I don't have that defense. I don't think that defense is good.
They have the worst schedule in the league. They have the easiest schedule. There's no way they only win 5 games.
All right, we'll see.
8-8. That's what I got them at 8-8.
That was 8-8 last year.
So why would you have him going at 5-11 this year?
Because Scott Tolzien is going to play a couple of games and he's going to change. So that is good for 3 games.
I'm telling you.
That is 5-11. So if he misses 3 games, what do you? All right. So if he went 8-8 last year,
I got him 8-8 with him missing the 3 games.
Oh, okay. Well, you got faith, my brother.
I got faith.
I know.
Andrew Luck, man, he's gonna win. Andrew Luck's won so many games just on his back alone that I gotta give him credit. He's the best quarterback in that division.
Andrew Luck. Chuck Pagano's on the hot seat as a coach.
Oh, absolutely, he's on the hot seat. Because 8-8 don't get you nowhere really.
I don't know what they're doing over there. Again, it looks like the same exact. Listen, if you ran down the list of problems that the Colts had 2 or 3 years ago, what was it? This is what their team looked like. Andrew Colts, T.Y. Hilton, suspect running game, crappy defense, horrible defense. 2017, what did they look like?
Something similar to what she just said, but they still go 8-8 with all those deficiencies.
Not with teams
they go
better.
8-8, man.
Okay.
Like I just got them at 8-8. You know,
okay.
I really can't. Like I really just can't give Andrew Luck enough.
I don't even have them at. I mean, I got them at 5-11. My second team I had in that division was the Houston Texans. Defense alone, they gonna win you 6 games just by their defense alone. And I think the only thing that's holding the Texans back is that quarterback position.
The most important position in football.
Absolutely. So that's the reason why I got them going 7-9 this year. Because again, I don't know if Tom Savage is not going to last the entire year.
He might.
If he does, that means they're going to make the playoff. That means he's playing well. That means he's winning ball games. Okay. That's the only reason why he keeps his job.
And if they bring the rookie in, that tells me, you know what?
That means
we're experimenting now.
No. It either means we're experimenting, or it means we're winning games 13-10, 9-6, 20-17, and our defense is spending too much energy. Or we're winning low-scoring games, and Tom Savage is still basically going 18 for 35, 210 yards, a touchdown with 2 picks, something like that. So I can see them making. If they bring Deshaun Watson in, they're going to bring him in early. They'll still have a winner. It'll be a winning record situation. And they'll say, okay, Tom Savage is not playing the way he's supposed to be playing. We'll make the change that way. And that's the reason why the rookie will get in. But I still don't trust him enough to carry that team to the playoffs. Now, even though last year they made it to the playoffs, but again, Tennessee is taking a step ahead this year. I see Houston taking a step back. Not a big step back, but a step back in terms of the
I got him at 7-9.
That's the same record I got him at.
Okay, so we see eye to eye on that.
Yeah.
And then J.J. Watt's health comes into play. You know, he's always nicked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they look good without him last year, because Jadeveon Clowney came off and played outside of his mind.
He was just and he was healthy. He was healthy. He was finally healthy.
So, like, and that's the thing. And I just think
they do lose AJ Bouye though.
They did, and that's a hit to the secondary.
And Will Fuller
dislocated his shoulder. So it's like that's another hit to the offense. So now you're gonna put more pressure on Hopkins, more on Lamar Miller, and more on your whether it's Tom Savage or your rookie quarterback.
Absolutely.
Like, I just don't see them. I don't see them. Like, listen, they have the pieces to make it to the playoff, but the quarterback play is the most important play.
It's just not gonna be there on a consistent enough basis this year.
So that's why 7-9. And they lose a lot of close games. I think a lot of close games.
Definitely.
Like,
where the defense just basically wears down at the end of the games, and the offense can't make a play.
And can't make a play.
Quarterback position. Unless Deshaun has that Dak season.
They don't have an offensive line like
where he can do more season. You know what I'm saying? Run the ball, and just him and Hopkins.
So then, I know. I would hope that for them, but
it's a long shot though.
It's a long shot. Absolutely,
long shot. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Super long.
So then my last is going to be these Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's talk about the Jags.
Now Blake Bortles already got benched in the preseason game, benched for Chad Henne, which is like being benched for me right now. I mean, that ain't even like a big thing. So he got his job back. They already announced that
they're going with Bortles, so they're going for 5 wins.
Listen, this is a talented. When you look at this roster, this is a talented roster. A young roster, but talented nonetheless. Allen Hurns.
Yes.
Okay. Allen Robinson.
Yes.
Okay. Marquise Lee.
Yes.
Leonard Fournette.
Yes.
Calais Campbell on the defense.
Yes.
Malik Jackson.
Yes.
Calvin Smith.
Yes.
Miles Jack.
Yes. And
Jalen Ramsey.
And then the kid from
AJ Bouye.
They are stacked on both sides of the ball. But you know what? No quarterback.
Talent.
You can win on talent for but so long.
They can't sustain drives. He's gonna turn the ball over.
He can't even hit open wide receivers.
He can't sustain drive. So what's gonna happen? Your defense is gonna be constantly on the field, okay? Against these offenses these days, you're gonna only be able to do so much if you're not the 85 Bears or the 2001 Ravens, okay?
You're not doing much.
Those defenses, you're gonna struggle because
they're not that.
Because your offense is gonna continue to put you in bad predicaments, okay? Now, what are you going to do at the quarterback situation?
They need to play Blake Bortles, I guess, for now, and hope to draft one in this upcoming draft, because this draft is loaded with quarterbacks. Like they have to move on from Blake after the season.
Like it's
after the season, they have to move on from
Colin Kaepernick is available.
This is my thing. Are you trying to
win games? You're trying to win. Why wouldn't you be?
Are they?
Why wouldn't you be with Colin Kaepernick?
Is that the quarterback for the future for them?
It doesn't. You never. Possibly. You never know. If you don't give him a try, you never know exactly what he is.
I can get what you're saying, but if I was them, I'm trying to lose and lose and lose. So I can get rid of this guy.
I'm not trying to lose. As a competitor, I'm always trying to win. But I understand what you're saying in terms of the franchise and the future and the outlook of getting the Sam Darnold from USC this year.
All the kids from Wyoming.
Yeah, all the
other kids from Cal.
Exactly.
Rosen, I can't.
UCLA,
Drew Rosen. Like, those guys are going to be legit.
Even Lamar Jackson, depending on how he develops.
I like Lamar Jackson.
I understand, but
to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess you go get Colin Kaepernick, you lose your chance of getting one of those guys. That's what happened.
They made investments, though. Their off-season plan wasn't trying to say, we're trying to go for the future.
Because they expected Blake Bortles to be better than what they've seen in the preseason.
So now that you know that he's not, and you know what you have in Chad Henne, what is wrong with going out and giving Colin Kaepernick a shot?
There's nothing wrong with giving him a shot.
Don't expect him to play the first week. Just get him in there, let him learn the system. About week 3 or 4 or 5, see what he can do. If you're not getting any production out of Blake Bortles, any improvement out of Blake Bortles, you don't even need to go to Chad Henne route. That's like going to the Blake Bortles route. It's just trading jerseys.
Or it could be going the Colin Kaepernick route.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying.
Don't know.
You bring him in there. You get him acclimated with the system. Let him learn the plays. Okay. You got Leonard Fournette. You got the Robinson brothers. You got a stacked defense. Now you would have a quarterback who can at least deliver the ball on time. And at least if the play breaks down, he can pick up first downs and keep the chains moving.
So, but does
and you might just catch lightning in the bottle. You never know. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't think Jacksonville probably wants.
Well, I know in terms of a lot of different reasons.
Tom Coughlin's there, if I'm not mistaken.
Tom Coughlin's not that type. I don't think he's that type of guy to take that type of chance.
So we can just X that out.
Just the city of Jacksonville alone is just in terms of a lot of tension in that state. I don't know if they'll be ready for that, but they don't go to games anyway. So
they're more worried about college football, man.
Listen, if you're trying to win right now, I don't think it's a bad idea. I guess you should give him a call. It can't get no worse.
I mean, it can't get no worse. You're right. It
can't get no worse.
But I don't think they'd rather go 6-10 and miss getting the top quarterback in the draft to just win 6 games and not make the playoffs.
Well, I got them going. Again, I got Jacksonville going.
I got a 5-11.
5-11 this year.
5-11. Probably 4-12.
All right, so
4-12. Well, I'm going to lean to 4-12.
All right, now listen. Look at this. Now you're absolutely right. But if we got them 5-11 and 4-12 with Blake Bortles and Chad Henne as the quarterback, if Colin Kaepernick is in that system, you don't think he's good for an additional 2 to 3 games? Now, even though
he's additional for 2 to 3 games,
I might not win you the division or anything.
No.
But at least
it won't even have you in the discussion.
But you know what it does? It helps you evaluate your talent better. Because when you have somebody who can get now you can really, how can you truly evaluate what the Robinson?
Because we already see what they can do. We already see what they can do. In garbage time, and like I said, garbage time, but like, because like a year and a half ago, from 2 years ago, Jacksonville's offense was pretty good. Like they were pretty good. Blake Bortles didn't
statistically,
they were pretty good, right? So we already see what these kids can do.
You see,
they just need a better quarterback, like you said. Again, it could be Colin Kaepernick.
That's my point.
It could be Colin Kaepernick.
That's how you really haven't really seen what they can do. Because if you got a quarterback that's always late on a particular route or not getting you the ball when you can, instead of you having those 75 reception years, you might be having those 85 to 95 reception years.
Absolutely.
Which is much different in terms of your stats.
Your pay
grade, how you're looked at in terms of your peers and with your league, in terms of your accomplishments in the league. So again, I think if you play with a better quarterback, it helps you now evaluate. How can you truly evaluate Leonard Fournette this year when defenses know we just got to put 8 in the box because we're not scared of your quarterback.
Exactly. So you can't evaluate him really. So that's the thing.
Yep.
But 4-12 for them. I don't see them making any strides. See them making some strides on defense because Blake Bortles not part of the defense.
Exactly. I mean, like they got a lot of young talent.
Yeah, so much talent.
Miles Jack, Calais Campbell, Malik Jackson, who they got from Broncos.
It's just they got a storm of really good names because every time free agency comes around, they're sitting with a whole whop of cash and they're paying all these guys.
Yeah, they do.
And they don't have. Hopefully, Tom Coughlin can turn that organization around.
Tom Coughlin, Doug Marrone. Doug Marrone's an old school coach, so he likes to run the ball, play good defense. So I think they're gonna have the program going in the right direction. It might take a couple of years though, because again, you got to find a quarterback. And if you find a quarterback next year, it's still going to take you 3+ years to really get where you're supposed to be.
And this is what I all come down to with Colin Kaepernick. They know if they get Colin Kaepernick, they'll win 6 games, right? 7 games at the most.
Okay.
And they know if they keep Blake Bortles, they're going to win 4 games, and they'll have a top 3 pick.
My thing is, how did basically Jacksonville look at their team? I don't think they looked at their team as an 8 or 7-win team this year.
No, they probably definitely did it.
Well, good quarterback play. I think they probably looked at their team as a potential playoff team. So, if you just feel like that's the one position that you're lacking in, and you got all the other bases covered, it just makes sense to me as a competitive standpoint. If you want to win, and he's going to be on it cheap, you're not going to have to pay him a lot of money.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, what are you really losing? You're not really losing.
Draft pick.
Plus, in terms of
probably the top overall draft pick, that's what they're losing. The chance to probably land one of these prospects. That's what they're losing.
They're not going to have a worse record than the Jets or the Browns.
All right, but the Jets, the Browns have already named Deshaun Kaiser their starter, so they feel like they're heading in the right direction.
What do you have the Jets going this year?
0-16.
So that means they're going to lock down the
number 1 pick.
Okay.
But that means if Jacksonville can get the 3, the 2, the 3, or the 4, they'll still be in the runnings to get a wide receiver. A quarterback, and that's what they need.
Yeah, but listen,
that's what they need more than anything.
But I don't know. I think you look at that and you try to make that determination after a couple of games has passed during the season. I don't think you make that determination before the start of the season. And again,
they've been seeing Blake Bortles all year, so that's why they're just going with that.
Nah, but that's my point. Get Cap.
If Cap can't take them to the playoffs, then that's why they're.
But what if Cap? Listen, Cap. I don't know if he can take him to the playoffs.
That's the thing. That to me,
I would say he can't take him to. It's not that he can, but it's not that he can't either. Okay. I know Blake Bortles can't.
But we know he can't, and we know that with him as the starter, they have a chance at the top 3 pick.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I think they're just playing their cards differently.
I mean, you tell Leonard Fournette that after 348 carries this year that all of that was for a pick, for a pick in the upcoming draft. You tell him that.
Leonard Fournette is gonna be happy about his checks.
You know what I'm saying? You tell these players.
I know they want to win games. These young guys want to win games, but I think as long as their money comes correct, they'll be okay.
I think after a while, but if you're still a competitor,
because then you bring in Colin Kaepernick, he's a good quarterback. I know he deserves to play football, but I just don't think it's here in Jacksonville. That's the only thing I just don't think.
But even right now, in terms of even with the fan and where the tension is at, it'd be right now the way the public view it, it'd be a win for Jacksonville. Like the team that signs Kaepernick, that's gonna be a win in the public side.
In the public side, absolutely.
So that'd be a win. Like now, you'll probably have people going to your games. You might have people now more coverage. You will automatically because you know that's just how the program works.
That's how it works.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, you're not getting him just for that spectacle, just not to sign him because nobody has. You're getting him because he actually fits a need of a position in need for what you have.
He's better than everything you have on your team currently.
You don't have a quarterback.
He's better than everything they have on their team currently. By far.
So that's
it should be like connect the dots. He should be there. I just think they're just thinking about the future and wanting a quarterback for the next 10 years possibly. And it probably wouldn't be Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, true.
That's the only reason why I think they won't probably go with him.
Yeah, well, they're not. I mean, I know Tom Coughlin too. They're not. I mean, I just know in terms of him, how he is, how what his views are. I don't think he's going to take that chance anyway. So I think it's far fetched, but I think it'd be a good landing spot.
Absolutely.
Again, for a team with some young talent. That could be potentially really going in the right direction. If you look at their team, look at their roster, and you look at Tennessee's roster,
it's not too
far.
The
only difference is the quarterback position.
It's not too far.
It's not too far. You see what I'm saying? We got Tennessee winning 10 games this year.
because they have a way better quarterback.
Absolutely. Right about that, man.
But you know, that wraps it up for today, man.
Yes, yeah, definitely. It's a good show, bro.
I think it was a great show, man. From the Floyd down to Kyrie, down to these breakdowns.
Yeah.
We're doing our thing.
Well, listen, everybody, please continue to support us, continue to follow us, continue to hit that sub button, continue to hit those like button, leave those comments, please, please,
all the time, man.
If you see this out there anywhere, please share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with the haters. It really don't matter. Just share it. We'll see you again next week. We'll be back. TFP.
Peace.
Yeah.